Hello everyone, I am Dr. Mansi Surti, a homeopathic psychiatrist, and today I am going to talk about a homeopathic remedy, acid phos, that's phosphoric acid. So, what's the acids that are known for is obviously the debility and the exhaustion. But what's peculiar in acid phos? So, acid phos has this intense desire or there's this intense need to take care for others, and therefore there is a rubric, cares full of. So when they take lot of, so there is this need to take care of others, of family members, of children a lot, and when there is lot of care that is being given to them, but they do not achieve what they intend to by giving that care, then that's when the problem begins. So there is this intense struggle that this acid phos that usually goes through, and that struggle is usually about a lot of exertion or a lot of attempts that they make or that they invest themselves to take care of others. And then it is also a remedy that is known for exhaustion, that is known for collapse. So when they take a lot of care but then they do not achieve what they intend to, or it's not reciprocated, then that's the time that they become quarrelsome, or they become really sluggish, really dull, and they become quiet. They go into a mental state of brooding, and therefore there is this rubric about brooding on past disagreeable events or occurrences. So the evolution of how does the brooding comes in acid phos is very peculiar in itself. Also, there is disappointment, one of the very important causative factor in acid phos. So disappointment is disappointment of love. There is this disappointment, or in terms of everything that revolves around a loss as well. So loss of business, loss of loved ones, or there is loss of relatives, that is death of someone. So how do acid phos responds to this loss or disappointments, or uh, the common expression that comes up is a grief. When you lose something, when something is lost from the life, what one goes through is a grief. But how does this grief is handled by acid phos is, it's very silent grief, it's prolonged in nature, and they, in that grief there is this intense sadness, there is this discontent, they feel discouraged, and all these are the rubrics that covers acid phos. So when there is this grief which is so prolonged, there is this brooding over that past disagreeable occurrences, and then they go into a state of despair, and then they go into a state of apathy where they find interest in nothing. So indifference with apathy is one of the very very peculiar rubric that you find, and under which there is a remedy, acid phos. And indifference is the thing that they loved once, they are indifferent to it now. But there is other remedy which is very well known for indifference, is sepia, that we all know. But in sepia it is irritability with indifference, while in acid phos there is this extreme sadness with indifference. So the rubric sadness indifference with is also available in acid phos. Also when this mental symptoms or this mental state that is very peculiar to it, and that is followed by the physical debility, so the exhaustion. So a person may develop some of the very debilitating illnesses as well. So we can have cases where the grief is one of the cause and leading to some of the illnesses, which could be like diabetes, or which could be anything where there is extreme exhaustion, where there is extreme debility. We encounter it very often. And in indifference, in the state of apathy, if we try to see, then the mental diseases, then depression is something very common disease that for which the acid phos can be thought of, one of the remedy. There are of course many others. So this person in the state just likes to lie down, they are incapable of doing anything else, because there is so much of indifference, so much of apathy, that when you try to interact with these patients, they hardly look at you, hardly they answer. Therefore there are rubrics like answers monosyllable or answer aversion to. So these are some of the rubrics that we find. The more rubrics about answers that we are able to find is answers difficult, answer irrelevant, mind refusing to answer, answers unintelligently. And therefore there is also acid force is also present in the rubric mind absent minded. But how does this comes up is very important. So if there is this state of indifference and apathy, there is complete, the person is so much apathetic that does not like to even have a look at you if you are trying to converse. So you can have a patient who is lying like a log. So there is this rubric mind lying like a log in which acid force is there, and therefore it's such a mental state where there is so much of apathy and there is this so much of absent mindedness, that the patient is so much in the thoughts, in so much in the brooding, that this absent mindedness comes up. And in this indifference there is no desire to have food, and therefore acid force is also there in the rubric anorexia nervosa. The another aspect that we talked about acid force in the very beginning is about that this intense need to take care of others, so care is full of, and therefore we also find acid force in the rubrics related to anxiety, anxiety of children, anxiety of family members, anxiety conscience of, so anxiety salvation about. So this all are also the rubrics that are covered by acid force. Since we talked about this apathy, absent-mindedness, answer monosyllable, acid force also affects the intellect of the person, and therefore it's also one of the remedy where you find confusion of mind. And it is also the remedy where there is this forgetfulness as well. So there is this despair, there is this forgetfulness, and it's also one of the remedy that's there in the clinical rubric dementia. And now if we try to say depression and dementia, then both are very, you can say it's one of the comorbidities we find. So a worthwhile remedy when we find, so acid force can be prescribed at different stages, but one has to pick up that where when the patient comes he is at what stage. So it has a vast spectrum in which a patient can come to you, but it is very well indicated remedy. But one of the thing that you'll usually find out if the patient comes in any stage is this weakness and this exhaustion, and therefore in the generals you find acid force under the rubrics of emaciation, in the rubric of weakness. So if a person is suffering from any of the diseases, but they may come up with this symptom of prostration, exhaustion, debility, collapse, and weight loss is one of the very prominent symptoms at the physical levels that we come across. And therefore this is how the evolution of acid force is, and therefore all the causative factors that acid force covers is bad effects of disappointment, death of loved ones, death of relatives, humiliation, mortification, embarrassment. So this all are the causative factors that are very characteristic and peculiar to acid force. Also it's the remedy where it's mental debility that is followed by the physical debility, and perhaps one can also think acid force in any illness where it's psychosomatic in nature. However, the remedy prescription should not be as per disease, but this is the mental state and the evolution that we have talked about acid force, and this is very peculiar to the remedy. And I hope this remedy helps to this discussion helps you to understand the remedy more in link and more in detail. Thank you so much for watching. If you have any queries and if you want to hear in detail of the mental state of any other remedy, do let me know in the comment section below. If you like the video, please like, share and subscribe the channel. Thank you so much.